button and things happen. Good morning. Good morning, everybody on Twitter and YouTube. We are live here at Traffic Services. It is Friday, the 30th of April. Does that mean it's over? This is the last day of April. It's official.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday. for those of you that are on a Monday to Friday, like we are, Friday's amazing. Although it never seems to end. I'm constantly online checking my messages, making sure we're up to date on Twitter and whatnot. So we go home, but everything stops. But we like to have a break. Otherwise, we'd be doing something else.
Yes, sir.
My name is Sean Shapiro. I'm a police constable with the Toronto Police Service, working here at Traffic Safety Program, which is an office at Traffic Services, joined with my partner, Brandon Caron.
Morning, guys. I'm with the Traffic Safety Program Unit as well. You probably noticed I'm a little bit newer to the team, but I'm coming around to it quickly. I get to work with Sean Shapiro, the great Sean Shapiro, every single day. It's quite fortunate for me. I'm learning a lot, and I'm having a great time getting an opportunity to speak with you guys. We have a lot of information for you guys today. Just going to cover a few topics in regards to what's coming up for the weekend, a few of the enforcement opportunities that we're bringing to the city this week, and answering any questions that you guys might have in the chat.
So that's a perfect segue into the chat. So I'll hit this button. I'll hit this button, the chat button, and we do have the ability of receiving live chats. If you want to chat with us, throw us a question, whether you're on Twitter or on YouTube, you have the ability of jumping in and throwing questions up on the board. So we'll try and get to anyone who drops us a question, but we have some other things to talk about in the meantime. Now, first thing off, we just posted on Twitter the update about the Vision Zero enforcement team. And for those of you who don't know that, what that is, we post about it on a regular basis. That's an enforcement team that's dedicated to reducing serious collisions that, or I should say, behaviors that lead to serious injury or death. They're looking to improve the safety on our roads. That's a dedicated function. They are a group of officers who are targeting the specific areas of the city. It's data driven. So there's areas that have identified themselves as problem areas, and analytics drive them into those locations. Targeting those behaviors, and I should say that the behaviors are specifically the big four. The big four are speeding, aggressive driving, distracted driving, and impaired driving. Those are the major behaviors that lead to serious collisions. And while we understand that minor collisions are unavoidable, major collisions that lead to those are absolutely preventable. And it's all based on those behaviors, or at the very least, those behaviors are serious. So with that, Brandon, what else we talking about?
Okay, so we also we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but we do want to make sure that everyone's getting the message, and that you're preparing for your weekend in terms of travel, but also in terms of enjoyment for yourself. We do have active TO coming up this weekend, and that's going to be from May 1st, 2021, at 6 a.m. and it's going to extend until May 2nd, or Sunday, until 9 p.m. And we can get you the details about the exact location where that's going to be.
And someone had just mentioned that my volume seems to be low. Am I not coming through well for you, Brandon? Can you hear me okay in your headset?
I can hear you good on my side.
But I'm gonna get real close to this microphone, and hopefully that'll improve it. If this is great, the fact is we're live, and if you're hearing issues or if it's not coming through properly, let us know. We can correct it.
Yeah, we appreciate your feedback, guys. Again, everything here is very experimental in that we're trying to figure out exactly what it is we can do to provide you guys the best service. We can reach out to the most people in one place as possible. I mean, this is COVID times, so we can't exactly be out there, shaking hands and seeing you face to face as much as we would love to. And we'd all love to hear Sean's epic voice in real time. But this is a great way for us to reach out regardless and to be with you. So the questions and letting us know where you want to be or where you want us to be is going to matter quite a bit. We do have the details for where the shutdowns are going to be for the active TO. So road closures are going to extend from Lakeshore Boulevard East to Leslie Street to Q Beach Avenue. It's going to be the eastbound lanes only. Bayview Avenue from Front Street to Rosedale Valley Road, and that's a full closure, as well as portions of River Street and Bayview Avenue. So if you're in the area, prepare accordingly. There will be some shutdowns. And if you're looking to get out for a rollerblade, a scooter, a bike ride, a walk, these areas are going to be open to you. And the weather, it's going to be a little wet, but nice enough to get outside.
Absolutely. And having these spaces to safely do it is fantastic. So, you mentioned about telling us where you want us to be. I had someone call into the office yesterday saying that they're having a problem in their community, that they're having an issue with speeders. And there is a portal on our webpage at torontopolice.on.ca that you can actually use to report these things, community complaints. And I'm going to throw up on the screen the information. Actually, I'm going to focus on the keyboard for 1 second, so I'll type in the actual page, and we'll get you the easiest way to make a report. I can show you. But let's hit this cool button, and I can share my screen. Hang on 1 second. See how this technology works for us. Share screen.
This is a little bit about that experimental process we were talking about, guys. Not only is the platform experimental in terms of we're trying to figure out what you guys want, but the technology is quite interesting in terms of we can give you guys a lot of access, and we can show you a lot of cool things that we can do. But we need to play with the tools a little bit to see exactly how we can make it work to our benefit and to yours.
Okay, so here we go. I got my screen here. I feel like I'm doing it. Okay, how do we make this better for you? All right, so right here is file a report. So this is www.torontopolice.on.ca, www.torontopolice.on.ca. And if you go onto our main page, there's a great button here. It says file a report. If you click on that, you get the citizen online reporting entry system, CORE. It's the and if you scroll down, you got a bunch of these items that you can use to file an online report. And for a driving complaint, there's two. If you have something that you want to report that's specific to a particular driver, it's you have a license plate, you have a time and location of an offense, whether you have any other details, but it's specific to one driver or vehicle, you can put that there. Otherwise, you've got local neighborhood traffic issues or concerns, and that covers your excessive speed issues in your neighborhood, people not stopping for a stop sign, and safety concerns related to a specific location, but not specific to a specific vehicle. When you file these reports online, an actual police report is generated. It's assigned a number, and it is diverted and assigned to either a division in that it's local to, or at very least a police officer to take action. And it is the easiest way to initiate action and improve the traffic and safety in your community. So if you have questions about that, let us know. But awesome tool.
Yeah, absolutely. I just came from the investigative side. We got lots of these complaints coming through. Not only does it help us to directly help an individual at the time, but it also helps us to direct our enforcement opportunities. Before I was on the investigative side, I was on the road. I was working as a frontline officer, and we would have opportunities where, our sergeant would come on parade and say, "Hey, we're getting these complaints within this area. We can respond to that more effectively, and we can, the same thing here. We can find ways to serve you where best needed, where you want us to be."
My camera was moving. it was shot. My camera was doing its own thing. The wire was pulling it. My apologies for all the shaky camera business. Okay. Yeah, these files come in. They're taken seriously, and yeah, it's sometimes calling in is not as simple as filling out a form, because we're basically getting all that information that's outlined on the form. This is just easy. You can do it at your own time, at your own pace. I will say that sometimes it doesn't pick up addresses, or if Ave versus Avenue. I've had some feedback that it can be difficult or confusing to type in some things. If you have problems, sending us an email. We'll try and figure it out for you. You can also email traffic services at torontopolice.on.ca. We do take emails. We can't initiate reports. We will refer you back to these forms, but we can help you with it. That said, the emails aren't monitored 24/7. If you do have emergencies, you still call emergency numbers, but these are great resources. So moving on. So what else are we going to talk about?
Well, we actually, I think we mentioned it yesterday, but we do these live streams because, again, we're experimenting. We want to figure out exactly what you guys want. We want to provide you as much content in as many places as possible, but we want to remind everyone that we do a much larger and longer live stream on our TikTok account, actually, as well, afterwards, and it gets quite interesting. People ask us some very interesting questions. And sometimes, majority of the time, I feel like we have the answers that people want. But every once in a while, we do get asked some pretty intricate things, and then we do a further dive, and then we get to do a further video release later on, really specifying what's going on. We get to bring in some subject matter experts, some schmees, and really dive into the things that are interesting to you. And what's interesting about that is it really tests our knowledge, and that's exciting for us, to be honest.
It's one thing when you get a question. It's like, yeah, I can tell you this because it's the question we get all the time. But when you stump the guys on the other end here, it's interesting, because I got with a perfect example on TikTok. There's a user who's a diving guy, and he asked a question about transporting dive tanks. What's the legal limit, and so on. We called our subject matter experts at the CVOR, and we have a team here that does commercial motor vehicle inspections, and they're the guys who know about all of these. They are the best resource for these kind of questions. So we reached out. They got us the answer. We published the answer, and he even he what's it called, a duet. He duetted us because he was sharing our information with other people in his community that are diving. So if you are on TikTok, join us on our lives. We do them Monday to Friday, and we have a tremendous amount of activity. We have sometimes 500 people in the room asking questions. It's very interactive. It's a lot of fun. And obviously there's folks that are getting value out of it. Otherwise they wouldn't be there every day. But the TikTok in general is an amazing platform. So we are active there. I actually prepared for this. I made a button. Here's my TikTok button. We have a graphic. This is so cool. If you're on TikTok, if you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok, come down and join us, follow us on TikTok, join the conversation there. It's a lot of fun. It's very informative, and we look forward to seeing you. With that said, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Brandon mentioned that the weather may not be fantastic, but you know what? It's what you make of it. There's always opportunities to get out and be active and be safe. If you're on the road because you have to be on the road, please be mindful of the fact that people are vulnerable road users are out there, and they are trying to be active, trying to stay fit. Under the current conditions, they can't go where they normally are. So a lot of outdoor activities are taking place. If it is going to be wet, be cognizant of the fact that it's a little bit slippery. Watch your speeds. Something that we do every Monday is recap the weekend as to the impaired driving arrests. I fingers crossed. I'm hoping there are none. Not because that we don't find anybody. I hope that there's nobody to find. I hope that if people are driving this weekend, they do so in a sober manner. No drugs, no alcohol. That's my request. And other than that, I hope everybody has a safe and fulfilling weekend.
Absolutely.
So with that, I think we're gonna call it quits for the morning. Again, Brandon, anything you want to shout out?
You know what? I think Sean covered it very well there. It's not going to be the most fantastic weekend for weather, but again, it's an opportunity to get outside, to enjoy the fresh air, and the city has made the roadways open to some of the folks who want to use that space, and I would take advantage of it as safely as possible and go home safe to your families.
That's it. Well, listen, again, thank you very much. We're going to try and keep this going on Monday to Friday. Keep shutting out live to you in the mornings, and we hope that you tune in. We'll give you a little more notice. We posted probably 20 minutes before we came online. We're going to try and schedule this on a regular basis, same time, make it easy and for you to program and schedule your watch to, because everyone wants to wake up at 7:30 in the morning to listen to us. Maybe not, but it is available. We didn't last time we did. Yesterday we had a bunch of questions come in from the live stream. None today, but remember, we if you're seeing this in the replay, we are actively answering questions. So if you do have questions, you throw them up, we will answer them, and we look forward to them. So whether it be a question that's an easy one or one that we have to look into, we accept the challenge.
Yeah, we look forward to the tough questions. So see if you can stump us.
Oh, don't. We don't need that kind of. We don't need that kind of pressure. Anyway,